And I'm Mike.
Welcome back to Tuesday. Tuesday already, guys. Oh my goodness.
I feel like Tuesday is like the lowest key day of the week. It's just like, it's because, especially for the
True.
podcast, because, Marvel Monday we got going on, and there's a lot. It's a lot,
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Tuesday does kind of get like lost in the mix a little bit. That is true.
Yeah. Because then we got True Crime Thursdays, and those are always kind of heavy. So I like our Tuesdays. They're just kind of,
Tuesday's like a lost in the sauce type of like just overall day of the week. You know what I mean? Like
It is, yeah.
Everyone hates Monday. So like we all dread Monday. Then by Tuesday, like we're still kind of like, this is annoying, but like I'm a little over it. I've already started like my week. Wednesday is like everyone's excited, like hump day.
Yeah.
Thursday is like a pre-Friday, and then there's Friday.
Yeah.
Nobody really talks about Tuesday.
Yeah. You know what Tuesday is? Tuesday is like you get out of bed in the morning. You get up. You don't want to get out of bed, but you get out of bed. That's Monday.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday is like you take your first steps after you get up. That's what Tuesday is.
Yeah. So
Friday's getting back into bed.
So over here in the A&M Podcast Studios, we love Tuesday because this is our chill. We don't really have a method for our madness over here on Tuesdays.
We don't prepare anything. I do have. I mean, I have notes.
This is what like started it all. Our Tuesday.
That's
random.
right. Hey, we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary.
Wow.
Of the A&M podcast. We're coming up on it. I don't know.
The 3 anniversary?
Sometime later
oh
in the
my
month.
Goodness. We gotta get someone to sponsor us.
I think it's 3 years. I know, right? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, we're on a slow build. We're like, we're like that meal that you're making where you're cooking it really low and slow. That's us.
Oh yeah, we're in the crock pot. That's it. That's all it is. We're in the crock pot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the
we
crock
are
pot.
not the air fryer.
We're in the crock pot on very low. Yeah, no pressure cooker here, unfortunately.
We're that meal that you started on Monday because you want to eat it Friday. That's what we are.
We're the leftovers in the fridge that are better a couple days later.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we are. That is what we are. So, being that we're kind of heading towards the end of summer here, I mean, actually here in Florida, school's back in. They were saying on the news how, and we're at the end of summer, and I'm like, wait, summer doesn't end till like September sometime. But they were talking about,
like one
summer
school,
vacation.
Yeah.
So we thought it would be a good time to talk about road tripping, good old American road trips, and everything that goes on along with it. And when I started mentioning this topic, I was thinking like, I feel like back in the day, people did the road trip thing a lot more than they do today. I thought that was more of a thing, everybody pack in the station wagon and you drive across the country and when I looked into like the statistics from like AAA and all that, it's actually gone down, or it's gone up rather. People are going further now than they did, which surprised me because I thought that people, flew more or used other modes of transportation more.
I don't think that because, like, when you think of plane tickets, so obviously, like, we just recently took our little road trip from here in Florida to Indiana. So, we traveled, it was a 14-hour drive, little more than that counting all of our, a few stops that we had to take and stuff. But, and we also drove overnight. So, the traffic flow was, I'm assuming, a little bit better. But, overall in gas, I would say we spent, like $300 or less. Total round trip there and back, 300 in gas or less, probably less, a little bit less.
Wow.
But yeah, so definitely no more than 300 in gas, full round trip. And when we were looking into it, like a plane ticket just for one of us, we would have like in the end paid that.
Oh yeah.
And that's not accounting, a plane ticket for each of us, the kids, like.
Yeah.
definitely would have been so much more. And, you know, you're putting a little wear and tear on your car. So, like, there's that for sure. Miles on your car, you know, if that's something you care about. I don't really think about that stuff, but
Yeah.
because I'm just a girl. But, but, you know, I love a road trip. The whole time,
Yeah.
like, you know, there were parts because we were also, you know, we were doing it overnight. We were doing a straight ride. So we were alternating, you know, you drive a few hours, I'll drive a few hours, and we'll each sleep in
Yeah.
between. So,
Which is the best way to do it. It's best to
yeah,
break it into like I found like 2 hour increments. Drive for 2 hours. Even if you just stop somewhere and get out for 5 minutes,
yeah,
get gas, go to the bathroom, whatever.
yeah.
That's the best way to avoid the driving fatigue.
I would say, like, overall, we stopped 3 times on our way there. So, like, once at a food slash gas place, like, after a few hours of driving. I think we were barely out of Florida at that point. And then
Mhm.
another time at Buc-ee's in Georgia. And then we didn't stop again until, like, I think like 3 a.m. at that point. Like with that, when we stopped there, it was probably 9 a.m. and we didn't stop again until like 2 or 3 a.m. at
Oh wow.
at another gas station. Pretty much like until we needed gas is the next time we stopped. And then we just drove the rest of the way. But it was nice. It's kind of cool, like driving through all the different cities, in my opinion, and seeing all that.
Mhm.
Driving at night, you don't see as much, but you definitely get to
Mhm.
see like our route there. We got to drive through Atlanta. We drove through Tennessee. Um, by the time we hit like Indianapolis, I think it was, it we were already it was already light outside. But
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm a more seasoned driver with dealing with I-4 traffic, that like driving on all these other interstates, I'm just like whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because I-4 is a different because we drove on the interstates
Uh-huh.
up in Pennsylvania, and they were much different than driving on I-4.
Yeah.
I-4 will make you old. Look at me.
Yeah.
But it's funny though because I was thinking about when we were still living in Pennsylvania. Sorry, I'm still fighting a cold.
Oh.
When we were living in Pennsylvania, and we would come down to Florida and we would do road trips,
Yeah.
and there you get to that point in like, is it North Carolina or South Carolina where south of the border is? I guess it's South Carolina, right? It's right at the border of North Carolina and South
Yeah.
Carolina. Um, and like for a couple 100 miles between there you see the signs, for what's the mascot's name? Is it Pedro or something like that? And you know
I
what
don't
I'm talking
remember.
about? The
I don't
the
remember.
Mexican that has the big Mexican hat there at south of the border. You don't remember that?
Don't
Which is
remember.
kind of funny because it's not there. And when I was a kid, I knew somebody who had a south of the border T-shirt. You
Yeah.
know, and whenever I saw them wear that T-shirt, I thought they'd been to Mexico
That's
because
so
I thought
funny.
that's what's because first of all it's all
Oh,
Mexican
right,
themed
right,
because it's got
right.
so I was a kid. What did I know?
That's
Um,
funny.
but like all the times, it's so funny. All the times we drove through there, we were always like, sometime we should stop there and see what
Yeah.
that's all about. We never did. We never
Yeah.
ever stopped there.
That kind of happened
But
with us. Like as we were driving through Georgia, there was like this one thing that I saw signs for miles, and it was like, you know, uh, one of these famous places there that they sell like peach preserve, peaches, fresh Georgia peaches, and everything like that. And I'm
uh,
like, oh man, that would be fun to stop. Maybe we'll stop on our way back, like when we have the kids or whatever. No, like by that time you're
yeah,
driving and you're just like, yeah, like
yeah.
I'm not trying to
Oh,
make that stop.
especially the return because I always find on those trips when you're going to wherever you're going, that trip is exciting.
Yeah.
That trip is like you're going somewhere. Either
Mhm.
you're going to visit someone or
Yeah.
you're going to go to a fun place or whatever.
Mhm.
And so that part of the trip is exciting. Oh, I can't wait to get there. When you're on that return trip home, you just want to be home.
Yeah.
Like you don't that return trip is never fun. It feels
Yep.
like 3 times as long.
Yeah.
So
No, for
yeah, but
sure.
go into some of the statistics. I thought this was interesting. Um, so in 1970, total U.S. vehicle miles, right? In 1970, about 1.1 trillion miles total. In 1980, so 10 years later, that was up to 1.527 trillion. And now in 2024, it's 3.3 trillion. I think these numbers are a little bit skewed, though, because these aren't just road trips. This is total miles. So, of course, there's more cars on the road today
Mm-hmm.
than there were in 1970, I'm sure. Um, and I know AAA always puts out like the estimates of how far people are going to be driving, for holidays and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So this says this is talking about Independence Day travelers. AAA estimates that during the 2026 Independence Day travel period, 61.4 million Americans traveled by car. 85% of all Independence Day travelers travel by car. So I don't think of that as being a big flying holiday. I think like Thanksgiving probably is a better
Christmas.
one for flying. Yeah.
I think like
Um,
the only, there is a benefit. There's a lot of benefits to flying, but like, obviously if we're doing a 14-hour road trip, for example, it's like we're leaving at night. So, I'm working a whole day. We're leaving at like, I don't know, I think we left at like 6 p.m. or no. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we left there at like 6 p.m. Get there around like 8. Oh no, we actually when we drove there, we left at 3 p.m. Got there around like
mm,
6 a.m. So,
okay.
it's not as bad because then you're not really like wasting that much time, but then you also get to your location like super tired. So I guess the only benefit where it would suck is, when you fly, you don't have to take a whole extra day off work, or,
Right. Right.
some people don't have the
But
extra time to spend a whole day traveling.
right. But the thing is too, like I feel like even when you fly, you still have to plan a day
True.
because
Yeah.
depending on how far you're flying, you still got to get to the airport, so long before your flight leaves and you're still, there's still time.
And you have less
Um,
control, I guess, over what time you're leaving anyways as well. Like
right.
with me
Exactly.
with me driving there, we really could have left at any time we wanted the day that we left, because the next day anyways that we were arriving there, that's already accounted for, you know, day off.
Right.
So,
Right. Right,
you know.
exactly. Yeah, it says in 2026, 61.4 million people expected to travel by car July 4th week, 5.85 million expected to fly, 4.93 million expected to use buses, trains, and cruises. I don't think of a cruise as a form of transportation though, because your final destination is where you started.
True.
It's like riding a
The
merry-go-round.
cruise
You're not
is the
you're not actually
vacation.
traveling. Yeah, yeah. But
True.
and I like the way they bucket buses, trains, and cruises together. It's like,
Train
but
would be
that's
cool.
that's train would be cool. I'd like to do a train sometime. But actually, we might do a train when we're doing a cruise out of Miami next year, and we might take that Brightline train down instead of driving to Miami, because then when we get back, more thinking when we get back,
Uh-huh.
we don't have to drive, 4 or 5 hours, whatever it is, to get back here. It's just like, because, you just finish a vacation, nobody wants to drive.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, so the numbers have consistently gone up, though. Americans traveling by car around July 4th, 2019, the number was 41.4 million. 2024, it was 60.6. 2025, it was 61.6. This year, it ticked down a little bit at 61.4, basically the same number, though.
Basically the same.
So my theory that they were, um, like road trips were more common in like the 70s or 80s.
Uh-huh.
It's not true. It's not true. I was
Yeah.
surprised by that. I think of airline travel today as being more common, I guess,
Uh-huh.
because there are so many airlines, there's so many of the budget airlines and that kind of thing that I assume that, well, people are flying more, but that does not appear to be the case.
Yeah, no, I would,
So,
after taking a little road trip, like, again, it's cool being on a plane because you're at your location in a few hours, but
Yeah.
I don't mind driving. It really, honestly,
Yeah.
as well, when you're sitting there and you're kind of just like switching off with somebody, it also doesn't seem like that long
Yeah.
of a drive. Like I said afterwards, it didn't even seem like that grueling of a thing. And honestly, we had a beforehand, I'm a planner when I want to be. And I had like packed a bunch of different snacks and drinks and all this stuff. And we didn't really eat any of it. Like we ate some of them.
That's
Maybe
funny.
it was, I guess it probably also was the time of day that we were driving because like when a few hours in, we left around like, again, like 3:30, something like that. So we drove for a few hours. And then when we stopped for the first time, we were stopping to eat dinner.
Hmm.
So ate that food and and we stopped at Hardee's, which I don't know if you've ever had Hardee's. It was so
Oh,
gross. The gas station that
really?
it was in a
I used to love Hardee's fries. I thought they had the
they were
best fries
not
in the
that
world.
good. Maybe it was the Hardee's we
Really?
went to. We stopped at a
Maybe.
Love's gas station, which I always heard about, and it was like really cool gas station. It was a nice gas station. They sold everything there. I love,
Yeah.
side note, I love a gas station that just sells everything. Like we even stopped at a racetrack before where this racetrack it was a newer one, but they had like a whole what is it called? Like frozen yogurt like section.
Oh,
Like
wow.
where you go out
Wow.
with your cup, you pay for like $3 or $4 for the cup, and then you can put whatever frozen yogurt in it, all the toppings.
Wow.
It's like I need this is the kind of gas station I need close to my house, not this
Yeah.
old rinky-dink 7-Eleven. But
Got that hot dog that's been rolling for 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you.
So we stopped at a Love's, which is beautiful, and connected to the Love's gas station was the Hardee's. So I was like, okay,
Oh, okay.
let's just do this. This is easy.
Yeah.
And I think the only other like restaurant in that area was a Burger King or something. So I was like, let
Yeah.
me try something new. I know what that's about. Wish I stopped at the Burger King.
Yeah.
And then like what sucked is once we drove a few little bit more down, there was like an exit with Chick-fil-A, like all the good ones. It's like, darn
Yeah.
it. I should have
That
planned this
is the
better.
Yeah, that is the worst part of, and today it should be a lot easier, but that is the worst
Yeah.
part of road tripping is you're always like, I don't know, should we get off here or see if there's
Yeah.
something better? And then you're like, I'm just hungry, just get off here, and
Yeah.
you stop at whatever, McDonald's or whatever, and then the next exit there's like, we could have gone to Chick-fil-A. Ah.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, that's the
annoying.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, today I feel like there's apps that could help with that, but
um so yeah, like we stopped there for dinner and then like after that, then obviously hours later we stopped at because it was alerting us about this Bucky's for like Bucky's in 100 miles. Like it was alerting us way ahead of time.
yeah.
And then after we got to this Bucky's, there were so many Bucky's the whole rest of the way.
Oh, that's
Like
funny.
every few exits I felt like there was one. Um but I was like, "Oh, we got to stop at Bucky's. We got to I got to show you this. I've only been
Yeah.
there once." So I was like, we got to go here."
Yeah.
And we got a few snacks in there just to try them cuz it's different. But
Did you get what's the big thing there? What's the snack they have there? I've never
beef
had it,
jerky, we
but
tried their beef jerky because we heard
no,
good
it's like
things
a
about their
sweet
beef
snack.
jerky.
It's like a
Oh,
it's
the
like
like
a
nuts or whatever.
yeah,
No, we didn't
yeah.
try those.
So I saw somebody make those one time on like Instagram or something, and they were making it with like I think it was like corn pops and caramel sauce. So it was like caramel covered corn pops.
Yeah.
Looked pretty good, but again, I've never had it, so I don't know.
No, we didn't try those. Excuse me. I got a coffee because they had the whole coffee set up there. So I got that. And then, yeah, we got some of their beef jerky because we heard that like their beef jerky is super good. It was pretty good. Um, what else? We got some chips, just like basic stuff. But they had everything there. They had like Bucky's PJs, everything. It was
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Also, we also used the bathroom there. Best bathrooms. Okay, like when you're
I
on
heard that somewhere. I heard that
when you're
somewhere.
in a situation where you're on a road trip and you have to go to the bathroom and you're very, very selective, like I hate public bathrooms in general.
Mhm.
Bucky's knows how to do a public gas station. bathroom.
Yeah,
Like
gas station no
they
less.
had little lights above the doors, and if somebody was in it and they lock it, the little light turns red. But if nobody's in it, this big light above the door turns green. Amazing. So, yeah. When we left there, it was like already so late at night. Oh, and we got some like candy and stuff. Candy's always a good road trip snack, I think, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
Candy, little chips, fruit. We have fruit sometimes. We meant to bring our grapes that you guys didn't even take
Yeah,
from my
grapes are.
house,
I know we kept
but they
forgetting.
were still
Sorry.
good when we got back. But yeah, we
Good.
meant to bring grapes because I feel like fruit is like good when you're just in a snacking mood. It's like a good binge
Yeah,
snack.
yeah.
Um, but we didn't really eat snacks because it was also overnight. Like, so I think it also depends on like the time of day that you're taking a road trip because
Right,
I'm looking at it like, okay, well, if I wasn't driving right now, I wouldn't really be eating anyway. I already had dinner. I had like a little
right.
sweet snack, but like I'm not just snacking overnight on a regular day.
Yeah, I feel like the snack thing is. I don't want to have to stop to get something to eat, so we'll just have snacks in the car. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because if you're like, and we always end up doing it too. Like if you're pulling over to get dinner, and then you're getting breakfast in
Yeah.
the morning, then yeah, you're not gonna be looking. But you'll snack out of boredom from the
Yeah,
ride. That's why you'll snack.
exactly. Yeah.
I do have a top gas station snacks for road trips list, and you
Okay.
mentioned a few of these.
Okay,
A few
let's
of
hear
these I
it.
disagree with. Let me know your thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Should I go from 10 to 1 or 1? I'm going to go from 10 to 1. It's listed from 1 to 10. 10 is beef and cheese snack packs. The little ones like the mini charcuterie boards in a
That's not
box.
bad. Okay. I had like the little like chicken meat sticks. I had some of
Hmm.
those, like some little chicken
Hmm.
maple meat sticks. So that's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I have thoughts on some of these and whether or not they're good car snacks though. But
Okay.
corn nuts, I don't know that I've ever had corn nuts. Is that what we're talking about with Bucky's? Maybe
I
that's
think
what
that's the
Bucky's
Bucky's
things are.
thing, but like,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. I've never had those. This is one that we always had. Number 8, combos. We always had combos in the car for those road trips.
I don't really like combos though, but I feel like combos
Uh,
is like a snack that you only really have on the road trip.
on a road trip.
Because
Well,
when
it's
was the last
it's
time you bought
you
combos to just like snack on at the house?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot because it's the pretzel, but it's filled with cheese,
Or
so
the
it's
cracker one?
anything when you add anything or cracker ones.
Anything cheese filled
Um,
is a little bit, yeah, it's a little
yeah.
gluttonous. Yeah.
Yeah. This next one we always have in our car. Well, the second half of it, gummy worms or Sour Patch
Yeah. So
Kids.
see, candy
We
is a
always
good
have those
one.
in our car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Candy,
Candy
yeah.
is good.
Sunflower seeds. See, I disagree with sunflower seeds because you're
Terrible.
going to end up with sunflower seed shells all over the
Me just
car.
like caught, and I'm
Nobody wants that.
driving 75 miles an hour,
Yeah.
85, and
Yeah.
and I'm constantly having to roll down my window while the wind is whipping in, trying to spit
Yeah.
my seeds out. Yeah, that's a terrible one.
Yeah, you're doing that out the window and then it's going in the car behind you
Or
and hitting the
back
guy in
into
the
my
eye.
car.
Yeah, worse going into the back seat. So whoever's
Um,
behind you.
I guess unless like you have a cup, like maybe if I have like a solo cup or like a
Yeah,
bag
but
to spit
still,
them in,
the last thing I
too
want is
messy.
garbage, like extra
More
stuff to deal
garbage
with.
than
It's
I
just
need. Yeah, that's
because
true.
then when I want to drink somewhere, I'm like looking for the cup holder because now that cup is in my cup holder, and
Or I'm
it's
throwing
a
this
hassle.
bag of spit out seed or
Yeah, yeah,
shells. Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. That is,
Yeah, you're handing it to the person at the drive-through, asking them if they could throw it away, and they don't even want to touch it.
they're
No.
not allowed actually. Food safety.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we are. Next one is another one that I disagree with, trail mix. Because trail mix, if it's got like sometimes the trail mix will have like some chocolate in it or candy in it.
Yeah.
That's just messy. It's gonna melt
I don't think
while you're
trail
eating it
mix
because
is
it's always
bad.
hot.
No, I don't think it's too bad.
I
I
guess it
think
depends on the kind of trail mix.
because like
Depends on the kind.
when we were driving back from Indy, I got chocolate covered pretzels, like the Bucky's chocolate
Okay.
covered pretzels. Those were pretty good. I guess they were kind of
Yeah,
melting in
love
my
me a
hands
chocolate
though.
covered pretzel. See?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
that's what
they
I'm saying.
were.
Then you're looking for a wipe, and then you got to figure out what to do with
Just
that
licking
wipe.
my
And
fingers. I have chocolate
yeah,
all the way down my hand like I'm
yeah. Now the
3.
steering wheel's got chocolate all over it.
There's nothing worse than having like, all that all over your hand and like I'm feeling
Yeah,
like a 5-year-old and I don't want to lick it because
yeah.
that makes me just look awful like licking
Yeah.
halfway
Plus,
down
it
my
doesn't get
hand.
the stickiness is still
Yeah,
there. Then,
that's true.
like you might get with the visual stuff off, but the
Oh, that's
stickiness
true.
isn't gone.
Yeah,
So the
chocolate.
next one is sort of a repeat of number 10, Slim Jim meat sticks.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of a repeat.
Uh-huh.
Number 3, potato chips. That's obvious.
Classic, yeah.
On the one other list I had, they had goldfish or
I
Cheez-Its,
feel
those
like
kind
that's
of
all in
cheese
like the
crackers. That's a
same
good one.
category.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
any
would
kind
put
of
that in the
chip.
same category.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one I disagree with, even though it's one of my favorite candies. Again, for like holding a handful of them while I'm driving or
Uh-huh.
something, not good. Peanut M&Ms.
Oh, I was gonna say M&Ms. I think M&Ms is like the
I know they say they melt in your mouth, not in your hand, but that color gets all over your hand.
So I wouldn't hold a thing. We have the little like, the little area in the front of the car, like the 2 cup holders, and then there's the area. Like it's basically the junk drawer of the car, it just collects everything.
Right,
So we
right.
have that little area and I would get my shareable bag of peanut butter M&Ms because that's my M&M of choice.
Yeah, that is a
But the
good one.
shareable bag, the resealable, that isn't really resealable.
Yeah.
Um, I would put
Also, can we talk about the sizes that they define of M&Ms? Because there's like the shareable bag, which is just a personal bag to me, and then there's the family bag,
it's
which is a little
shareable
bigger than
until
that.
you're
Then
sharing
there's
it
the
with
party
someone,
bag. Yeah, yeah.
and you're
And then I
like,
realize I shouldn't be sharing this.
yeah, wait,
The
maybe I'm
family
talking
bag,
about
which is more like the
I'm
shareable.
talking about the big one that's like $10 now. They have a slightly smaller one that's like 5, but it's
Yeah.
like real
Yeah,
small.
that's I think the $5 one is the shareable one.
Then the
And the
bigger.
$10 one is like the family one. And then they have the party one, which I'm never bringing out a bag of M&Ms at a party, so I don't
Right,
know
I
why
don't
that
want to
was.
share with any of you
That's
actually. I
yeah.
want these in my
I'm
bedside.
hiding it. Yeah, I'm hiding that when people
And
come
because I
over.
spent $15 on it, I'm gonna try and make it last as long as I can because I just spent
Absolutely.
$15 on M&Ms.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. So it has like the little sealable. So that's what the one I'm talking about. And I would set that in my like my little space in the front and I would just pick as I'm eating. That way I don't have to like
Okay.
hold any in my hand. I'm not buying the little like, the little pouch from the
Right.
front counter. I'm buying the big,
The big
$10
yeah.
bag of yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
The only
That's fair.
thing,
I
but
guess if
then
you're
when
not holding a whole handful of them, that they have a chance to
and I'm
wash that
in the
color off.
car the whole time, so the AC is going, so it's staying like cold enough, you know
True.
what I mean? And then when I get to my
Yeah.
location, I'm taking them out with me.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Okay. You win the debate on that one.
Yeah.
And the number one on this list
Uh-huh.
is one you already mentioned, and I do agree with this one, even though it's not my favorite thing is beef jerky,
Beef
because
jerky is
that's
good.
yeah, it's very easily eatable and it's good protein while you're driving. So
I like they didn't have fruit on there, which is surprising maybe.
I had two different lists. The other one actually did have fruit. That one also had popcorn, which is a terrible car snack.
Oh, that's
You
messy.
get one of those in your teeth, and then you're like, I can't do anything.
Well, and popcorn just gets I don't know why, but like anytime anybody, maybe it's just because we always have to like shovel it into our mouths when we're eating popcorn.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like it
true.
always gets everywhere. You'll always find popcorn on the floor, like over
Yeah.
chips every single time.
Also, depending on the kind, it can be a little on the greasy side too. So
Yeah,
then
now
you
it's all
got the
over my
whole
hand.
issue with your greasy
Right,
hands.
my lap.
Fresh fruit. See, on my other list that had popcorn, fresh fruit was number 10.
Yeah. I like a
Apples,
snack.
bananas,
I
grapes.
like a snack that I can binge that isn't like that bad for me, that I don't feel that bad eating.
Right.
Like beef jerky. The reason I like the beef jerky is because, yeah, it's good protein and it's usually like, I mean, it might have a little sodium in it, I guess. But, yeah. Okay, so that's your road trip snacks. I agree with most of those. What about drinks? What do you think about road
Drinks.
trip drinks? Because I'm not a huge drinks person because then that means I am gonna have to pee more
Right.
often and I don't want to be the person like constantly asking to stop,
Right.
which I wasn't actually, surprisingly. Um
Yeah.
But yeah, like so with me, I had my Owala and I filled that up with water and then I think I might have had
Hmm.
like one extra water bottle,
Did that
maybe.
bird get loose in your house again?
Yeah, just ignore it.
Um, yeah, I was gonna say though, yeah, a good water bottle probably would be my preference at this point. I remember when we used to try to like do like you guys did, like the 14-hour drive at once. It would have been
Yeah.
like Mountain Dew with a with a chaser of 5 hour energy just to try to stay, alert.
Yeah, I had like
But
a Celsius. So when we left, I had a Celsius and I saved that until more the middle of the night, but that doesn't really affect me at all. And then even when
yeah,
I stopped at Buc-ee's, like I got my coffee. But then after that, I feel like I was just drinking water. I think I might have had a Diet Coke at some point too. Maybe I had a Diet
yeah,
Coke like on the way back. I don't remember. Because it's also
mm,
okay, so it was also different like with us just it being us two versus like when we had the kids cuz
true.
they had their own little they had their own little their one aunt gave before we left. She had packed them. It was so cute. This little paper bag and it had a bunch of different snacks in it. It had like I
Oh,
think
that's
like
nice.
a little bag of goldfish, some different kinds of candy inside of it. I think she packed them in orange, just a bunch of snacks. I was like, that's actually adorable. That's a cute
That
idea.
is adorable. That is
Um,
adorable.
so
I
like
feel
they,
like that's something back in the day when you guys were little that your nana would have done.
yeah. Oh, it was
She would
like
have packed a care package.
it was she packed a thing of like popcorn inside. So before we left the house, they all popped their popcorn
Oh, that's
so
nice.
that they had popcorn.
So they did have. So see, it was a good road trip snack. Then I
Yeah.
stand corrected.
But again, like because of the time that we left, like everyone was super hype. I think we left even later when we came back. I think we left at like 9 o'clock or something like that.
Mhm.
So by the time that like when we left, everyone was super pumped and excited and ready for the road trip. But when like a few hours in, passed out. Like
Yeah.
Ada, I'm pretty sure was passed out like pretty soon into like within an hour into the trip. Like we stopped
So
at a gas station, everyone get a drink. Okay, she's back in the car, knocked out.
yeah,
So
I don't blame them because that was my goal when I was a kid and
yeah.
we'd go on a road trip was as soon as I could get in the car and fall asleep, I'd try to fall asleep because then I knew that the trip would go quicker.
Uh-huh.
It would feel like it was an instant.
Oh, for
So
sure.
what you're telling me though is that road trip snacks are not like hurricane snacks because hurricane snacks like you're in the house and the minute it starts raining you open up the hurricane snacks and start eating them, so they're not the same as hurricane
Not the
snacks.
same as hurricane snacks. Yeah.
I was thinking that you were talking about drinks and I was thinking about the one time that we were doing a road trip and I feel like it was just your mom and me for some reason doing a road trip up to Pennsylvania.
Oh, I think that
um
was the time that everyone else flew.
Maybe that
Didn't
might have
that
been.
happen?
And
You guys drove
yeah,
and everyone
it
else
did.
flew.
It did. We were going up for something and you guys couldn't all get off work, so you guys flew up and we drove up cuz we had the pets to deal with. And we stopped at I'm trying to remember. We stopped at a Starbucks in every state
Oh,
to
yeah.
get iced coffees. And that was when we became addicted to Starbucks iced coffee, I think. And we got I think they were called the Been There series back then that they had,
Oh,
the mugs.
yeah.
We got one from like every state or where we could. Like I think when we were up in Pennsylvania, they had a Philadelphia one, and they had some of them they had individual city ones. So we got them everywhere we could on that road trip. So that's what we were drinking on that trip was lots of Starbucks.
Yeah, I didn't really even I could have looked on my map, but I didn't really see a Starbucks at any of the little signage, or else I would have went.
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
Because then, like, even once we got to, I mean, we arrived in Indiana at like 6 a.m. So by the time
Mm.
we got there, it was like we went and surprised the kids, and then it was like we just got breakfast. We went to Chick-fil-A. It was like, okay,
Hmm.
y'all want Chick-fil-A breakfast? Because I'm hungry. Let's go to Chick-fil-A and eat breakfast.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A breakfast is a good road trip breakfast, by the way.
And I feel like
Even though those chicken minis are they're a little on the buttery side there, but it's worth it.
I like the chicken biscuit. Yeah, it's just as messy, but
Chicken biscuit, yeah.
hash browns are greasy. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But
Yeah.
sometimes
By
you
the
just
way,
gotta.
we are not being sponsored by Buc-ee's or Chick-fil-A.
Well,
We wish. We wish we were, but we're not.
no, my gosh. So like the last place that we stopped before we like arrived, it was we had to stop for gas. And like I guess we had stopped at like the gas to just, like you said, like, oh, okay, gas is low, like let's just stop at this exit.
Mm.
And we get gas and because it was like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or whatever, there was the gas station that we went to, you couldn't get inside. Like the door to go inside was locked. And it looked like the one across the street, same thing. Like the pumps were open, but the doors were locked to go inside the gas station. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
dang it, because we had to use the bathroom. But there was a
Mm.
Waffle House right next door to this gas station. So I was like, okay, I definitely know Waffle House is open. Let's go in there. Like, worst case, I gotta buy something, whatever.
Right, right.
The nastiest bathrooms ever. It was so gross. It was so
Why am I
disgusting.
not? Why am I not surprised at Waffle House? With no offense to Waffle House, I've eaten at Waffle House and they have excellent food, but I'm not surprised that the bathrooms
It was so
would not be on par
nasty.
with Buc-ee's.
Oh my God, it was so gross. And like then I'm thinking is like I know whoever has to clean this bathroom does not get paid enough. Like no
Yeah,
way, they just do not get paid enough.
yeah,
So that was awful. And then we left there
yeah. That was awful.
and literally like again 1 or 2 exits down, Bucky's.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
could see. You should have.
darn
See,
it.
you got to start looking ahead on your road trips. You got to, you got to do the route on Waze, and then while you're on the route, look what's ahead because I'm sure you can do
It
that. I
was
know you can do
awful.
that.
Yeah.
So
It's like, wow.
plan that for next time. Write that down for next time.
Yeah, I'll have
Write
to.
down. Write it down. No, write down right now. You have to actually. There you go. That's better. So, well, that's good. It's good that you had a good road trip. It's good that you guys got back safe, and that how many times did the kids ask, "Are we there yet?" Did they ask that at all?
So let me see. So like Rashawn is the one who mostly does that. And I think he asked like when we first started the trip, he asked like
Yeah,
2 or 3 times, like how many
yeah,
hours? Like we weren't even out of Indiana yet. And he's asked
yeah,
like 3 times.
yeah,
And yeah, Adrian's like, Rashawn, we have a lot of hours left. Please don't ask me anymore how many
yeah.
hours it's gonna be.
You should have just gave him like a device that had a GPS map on it so that he could see where you were, and
Yeah.
it's like me. That's me on an airplane. When I'm on the airplane, I want my seat back to have the flight map and show my current position so that I don't have to keep bothering the flight
The flight
attendant.
attendant. Hey, how
So
much
asking for
longer?
do you know? Are we almost there?
Yeah.
No.
But
Okay.
outside of that, he was just like, okay. And then he didn't ask again. Next thing we
Yeah.
knew,
See,
like we were
that's
3 hours out or whatever. Like once you hit Gainesville, it's
Also,
like, okay, final stretch.
yeah. Also, not surprising that the youngest would be the one to ask because I feel like that's his job.
Yeah, no,
So.
exactly. Exactly.
How good does it be? So there's two things though. When you get into Florida, right, on that
Yeah.
trip, and you cross that line, it's like, oh, we're back in Florida, and then you realize though that you still have like 4 hours or whatever it is. It's like, actually, I think it's more
Yeah.
than that coming in where you guys did. It was probably more like 6.
No.
No, 4,
No, no, no. It was like
4.
3 or 4. Yeah, it was super
No, that's
short.
not bad.
It wasn't bad at
That's not
all.
bad.
Like, because I had always heard 6, but no,
Yeah, I guess if you were, it would, because you guys went straight up from like Gainesville, which is right into Georgia, versus like going into the Panhandle. That's where it would be 6. If you were going the other way.
Georgia, it took a long time to get through because it was like we were going through
Georgia's
the longest part of Georgia. Like when we would go to Pennsylvania, we would cut through the shorter part of Georgia. So Georgia was always small. We took the longest way through Georgia. So, you know, it is what it is. It really wasn't too bad, but we all were definitely happy to be home for sure. Like once we got home, it was like,
sometimes
leave everything in the car.
Yeah, we'll get it like another day.
Yeah, like tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes the best part of the road trip is the end. Well, you know, but sometimes it's not about the destination; it's about the journey.
True, that's nice.
I don't know who said that, but somebody did.
Yeah.
So,
Mike Faust, 2026.
Yeah, I copyright it.
That's funny.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for checking out our discussion here of the classic American road trip, and let us know your favorite road trip snacks.
Yeah, I'll add them to the list next time.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.